There's a lake in northern Georgia where the water hides a secret. Boats drift over it every summer. Swimmers laugh on the surface, but beneath the waves lies a town that was never meant to be forgotten. Locals call it cursed. Divers say they've seen ghostly hands reaching out from the depths. And every year, more people vanish without explanation. This is Lake Lanier, a man-made lake built over an entire community. A town that still sleeps beneath the water. Beginning in the 1950s, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers began constructing a massive reservoir to power and supply Atlanta. It would flood more than 50,000 acres of farmland and forests. But before the water came, something else had to disappear. Entire towns were bought out. Churches, farms, schools, graveyards. More than 700 families were forced to pack up and leave everything they'd ever known. And when the valley filled with water, not everything was removed. Old roads, foundations, and even entire buildings sank beneath the surface. Those who once lived there said they could still hear the church bells echo from the valley as the water rose. Soon after the flooding, tragedy began to strike. Boats overturned in calm weather. Swimmers vanished without warning. Some said the water was cursed, haunted by those who never made it out. Fishermen claimed to see lights flickering deep beneath the waves at night, and divers reported touching cold stone walls where no structure should exist. Dekeled, eat the drowned town. But beneath the ghost stories lies a real piece of history. The town of Oscarville, Georgia. The history before Lake Lanier ever existed. This land belonged to a thriving black community. In 1912, that community was torn apart after a wave of racial violence and forced exile. Families were driven from their homes, their land stolen, and their legacy erased from local history. Decades later, when the dam was built, the few who had returned were forced out once again, this time by the rising water. Today, when people speak of Lake Lanier's haunting, they may not be talking about ghosts at all, but about the weight of history buried beneath the waves. Lake Lanier is now one of the most popular recreation spots in the Southeast, visited by millions each year. But every year, dozens of drownings and boating deaths are reported, far more than other lakes in America. Experts blame cold currents, submerged debris, and low visibility. Locals believe it's something else, a curse tied to the injustice of the past. Maybe it isn't haunted by spirits. Maybe it's haunted by memory. At sunset, Lake Lanier looks peaceful, golden reflections over still water, calm and quiet. But underneath lies a story that refuses to rest. This is the mystery of Lake Lanier, the town that sleeps beneath the surface. I'm Prem, and this is Missing America. Subscribe for the next hidden chapter.